Nigel, we normally talk about fairly boring stuff like polls, who's doing what, da-da-da-da-da, but this is an interesting story this week, isn't it? What do you make about what we've learned?
Well, I will have to see where it goes next because I think there is a lot more to come out on this one than we've seen so far. There is genuine sympathy at Westminster for William Bragg, not least because of his mental health issues. He's admitted being stupid. He's suffering the public humiliation as a result of that, and he must feel absolutely wretched at the moment. But what is also quite interesting is the very muted response from both Labour and the Lib Dem. So it looks like they've been told, look, don't make a big thing out of this. There's a lot more to come out, and we shall see what that actually is.
This is the one thing that surprises me, Nigel. It has been a really muted response. Normally, especially so close to an election, the opposition would be jumping all over this, and yet it's all been very, well, almost hashtag be kind.
Yes, I think that's absolutely right, and that's what I've found pretty significant too. That it feels like that MPs have been told don't make a big thing out of this. Now, either that's on the advice of security services or the police via the Speaker of the House of Commons. And the question obviously is, who exactly is behind this? This is clearly more than just a prank. So you're either talking about criminal blackmailers or, and that must be the worry for the security services, the activity of a foreign government like Russia, China or Iran.
Now, it is obviously in the hands of Lester Pleat and is being investigated. But how are MP... I mean, you're at the heart of all this, Nigel. You understand how Parliament works. How are MPs themselves feeling about it? It must be very unnerving for all of them. But also, have their numbers been given out as well? We don't know whose numbers have been given away yet, do we?
No, we don't, and that's why obviously the interest will be if a foreign government has got hold of it. I mean, I think that the Tory MP Luke Evans did absolutely the right thing. The moment he got one of these things, he went straight to the police and told them about it, and he informed the House authorities. That's the way to handle it. So it's a warning to MPs: don't get sucked in by something like this, and in a sense, it's a warning to everybody else. I mean, what you don't do is put any intimate pictures out there because you never know what will happen to them.
Nigel, I'm far too polite to ask you whether you would ever be tempted. But I mean, honestly, if someone I didn't know randomly just said, "Can you send us a naked picture of yourself?" your instant reaction is going to be just go away, and that's putting it politely, isn't it? Why are... Look, I'm trying to be kind as well, but why are some, and it has to be said, men in power so stupid?
I think that you're absolutely right. I wouldn't do it either. I think that when it comes to politicians, bear in mind they are sort of risk takers. They wouldn't be in politics unless they were. So I'm always amazed at the stupid things that MPs or ministers end up doing. That they get themselves involved in sex scandals or money scandals, and you'd think they'd see these things coming, but they appear not to.
Indeed, they don't, do they? And they're running the country. Oh, God.